Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Wednesday, December 2nd, 2015. Shown here are the precipitation images for the past 7 days with the observed amounts on the left and the percent of normal on the right. We haven't had much precipitation over the last few days, but last weekend portions of Idaho, northeast Nevada, and the mountains of northern Utah did see some precipitation. This morning's water vapor imagery shows a pattern of general ridging in place across the Great Basin that's generally going to be responsible for poor dispersion region-wide. The ventilation index for this afternoon is fairly low across much of the region, with just a little pocket over the central Idaho mountains with some higher values. This is generally due to low transport winds under the ridge and low mixing heights as well. Not much changes for tomorrow, although we'll begin to see a low pressure system move into the Pacific Northwest that will help our dispersion come Friday. But tomorrow we'll see a little bit of improvement only in the far western and southwest portions of Nevada. Looking at the transport winds and mixing heights independently, we can see the winds begin to increase over portions of western and southwest Nevada, and that's what will really contribute to the increased ventilation index. And mixing heights do come up just a bit in those areas as well. By Friday, that trough swings across the northern portions of the Great Basin, and this looks to be the best day for dispersion over the next few days, with increased winds and better mixing across much of the region, particularly over the higher elevations of Idaho, Wyoming, and northern Utah and northern Nevada. This is generally due to the fact that higher wind speeds will be observed in those areas at the ridge tops. Mixing heights do increase a little bit on Friday as well. Quickly looking at the forecasted clearing index for Utah, today and Thursday look to be pretty bad days for burning, but the best day looks to come on Friday, especially over the mountains, as some of the higher winds move into those areas. Forecasted 3-day precipitation accumulation is shown here, with the best chance for precip occurring over the mountains of western and central Idaho and portions of western Wyoming. Northern Utah may see a little bit of a brush by of a storm late on Friday. After that quick trough passes by to the north on Friday, we'll see a return of ridging across much of the area on Saturday, with poor to moderate dispersion, especially across the northern two-thirds of the area. On Sunday, a little brush by storm moves across the north, which won't do too much to increase dispersion across the north, but may increase the ventilation index over portions of western Nevada. And on Monday, another little shortwave trough will move through the flow, which could bring perhaps another chance at some showers across the northern two-thirds of the area. But overall dispersion doesn't seem to see too much of an increase, especially over Idaho and Utah. And by Tuesday, it looks like another ridge will begin to move into the southern Great Basin. Precipitation amounts for days 4 and 5, including Saturday through Monday, look to remain limited to the northern portions of the Great Basin. The extended forecast going into the middle of December is calling for near normal temperatures across much of the area, with the chances for above normal precipitation region-wide. This concludes today's smoke dispersion forecast. Please check back on Monday for the next updates.